What's going on, guys? I just wanted to give you hopefully a quick rundown in Destiny and all things Destiny. Hopefully this will explain a lot of stuff, guys, that I was a little confused on when I started Destiny, but that I've been able to figure out and read through on the internet and through playing. So hopefully this explains some things and answers some questions. So first off, this is the tower. I'm sure most of you know this. This is your central hub in Destiny, kind of where you're going to get everything's done. You want to come here every time you start playing. Every time you start playing again, run here, and there's a reason for that. There's a few things for that. First off, I'm going to run over here real quick to explain a few things. Now, Destiny's currency system is Glimmer, and I'll open this up and show you guys here. This is my level 20 hunter. You'll find your Glimmer here in your inventory, as you can see right here, and I'm going to get to these Vanguard marks and Crucible marks in just a minute. First, I'm going to run over here. Glimmer is going to be kind of your primary source of buying things at the start of Destiny. Think of the game really starting once when you hit level 20. That's when you're really going to start kind of opening things up, and that's when you're really going to start playing. Now, don't think that it's a huge grind to get to 20. It's not too bad. After my first day of playing Destiny, I was at level 13 already, so it's not too bad. It's not too much of a grind. The grind comes later. But as you can see, you're in the hangar here. You've got the Vanguard here, your ships and things up here, and then you've got some factions. And I'm going to explain some factions as well. So once when you hit level 20, once you hit level 18 rather, you're gonna start collecting those Vanguard marks, and that's what you're gonna mainly use for your currency to buy the super cool gear and weapons and things like that. And you can see here I've got Crucible marks and Vanguard marks. So these are gonna be your two primary sources of currency, mostly being the Crucible marks. As you can see, I'm gonna go over here to this Vanguard Quartermaster. I open it up, and they've got some legendary weapons here. And legendary weapons are highlighted by their purple. These are uncommon, and then you've got blue, which is rare. As you can see from here, the green, the uncommon, normally have some status updates here, kinetic damage, and things like that. If I open up my own here, let's see. As you can see, I've got an uncommon helmet. And its perks are increases melee attack speed, increases defense power, and things like that. So when you get to your legendary stuff, or your blue things, you'll normally see that they can do sometimes three, there's 3 different attributes that they can have. Sometimes these are 2, and it just depends. They're all kind of in a range here. But so once when you get to level 18, I believe, that's when you start earning your Crucible marks. Now your Crucible marks, as I said, are right here, and that's when you also start earning your Vanguard marks, I believe. Now the reason why my Vanguard marks are so low is because I have a class item on, and you can see that as through my Hunter's Cloak here. Through my Hunter's Cloak, I am gaining all those Vanguard marks that I would gain in the Crucible here. All these Vanguard marks I would gain from doing events, public events in the world, in the open world, and things like that. Those are going towards my reputation to dead orbit. Now with Crucible marks, you're of course going to earn those in the Crucible, and you'll always be earning marks for every match you play. You get two marks for every loss, every game you lose, and 3 marks for every game you win. So it's not too terribly bad of a grind. At least you're always earning something. So it could be worse. It's not as bad. So once when I reached level 20, I immediately came over here because I knew I wanted to start going for this gear. Now this is the Dead Orbit faction, and he's got some pretty cool stuff. As you can see, all this stuff here, he's got these emblems, weapons, and this armor here. Now, there are 3 factions so far in Destiny in this tower. You've got Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, and Future Wars Cult. Now, so once when I got to level 20, I came straight here, and as you can see, you have to be level 20 to unlock all of this stuff. And these were immediately available. These I could purchase with Glimmer. I didn't have to have Crucible marks or anything like that. So I immediately bought one of these. And as soon as you buy one of these, you put it on, and any Vanguard marks, as you can see it's on here, any Vanguard marks I would make, so from then on, any Vanguard marks that would go towards me through turning in bounties or doing public events and things like that, and doing missions, all those Vanguard marks start going to reputation on here. So as you can see, my reputation is here, and some of this armor requires that I be Dead Orbit rank 2. See, right now I'm rank 0, so I have to wait for all the way to go around, and then it's 1, and then again. I think, let me see if they're, yep, it seems like they're all rank 2, and I'm sure that's what it is for all the other factions as well. So, you want to make sure, if you want, check out this new stuff when you get to the tower. Check out the, I believe New Monarchy is right up there. You can see the little emblem there. Dead Orbit is here. Make sure you check out that armor to see what you want to get, to see what you want to shoot for, kind of have an idea for it. And as soon as you hit that level 20 and that stuff becomes available, you want to jump on that, because then your Vanguard marks are just going to start piling up towards the Vanguard. And then, but if that's what you want, if you want some of those Vanguard weapons, then, you know, don't wear anything. Don't buy a faction item. So for the Hunters, it's a cloak. For the Titans, it's a sash that goes on their hip. And for a Warlock, I don't know, I think it looks like this is a Warlock right here. You see he's got this little armband, this little green armband right here. That's his faction item. Now, one reason you want to always head to the tower when you start up are these bounties. Hey, Snap, what's going on? Glad you're here. One reason is always these bounties. These are really important for leveling up. When I was trying to grind it to 20, I ended up doing these bounties, and I got there pretty quick by doing these bounties. So you always want to go here. Now, these are really important for gaining, like I said, the reputation or the Vanguard marks, depending on if you have on your class item. So if you have a bunch of these bounties to turn in, you don't have to so if I wanted these bounties, if I did some bounties and had them ready to turn in, you don't have to, I would just make sure if I wanted, say, to go towards the Vanguard marks, I would just unequip this item. So I put on this different hood. My hood loads up there, and then I would turn in my bounties, and those would go towards the Vanguard. But I want everything right now that I'm getting to go towards Future War Cult. I'm sorry, not Future War Cult, Dead Orbit. So that's why I have this on, and I would turn those in. Now up here, also, you can go towards the factions. You can have your reputation go towards factions. Every once in a while, Bungie will open this up. This is the Iron Banner, and it's a different type of multiplayer than the Crucible. It takes off stats or weapon buffs and everything like that, and everything's fair game. All your armors and attributes do what they actually do. Everybody's weapons have their actual value, and you fight. So it's a little tougher than the Crucible, than the regular Crucible. So you can also gain armor and things like through there. Down here, this is a little thing I saw yesterday. I'm not sure if Bungie does this every weekend or what the deal is with this, but here you'll find some Crucible guys, Crucible Handler, and then the Crucible Quartermasters. And let me see actually what he takes. He's got some weapons here. So you just have to get Crucible rank and Crucible marks for here to get this stuff. He's got actually some Sparrows, and they've got some pretty cool weapons here. It's a scout rifle here. But back to what I was saying, I don't know if this is every weekend or what Bungie's doing here, but thanks, Snap. Glad you're enjoying it.
Next is the roster for
I don't know what if Bungie does this every weekend or if it's a time thing. I'm doing this on a Sunday and the guy doesn't seem to be here. They populate it with an area right here, and it's kind of like the merchant from Resident Evil 4. He's like all hunched over with robes and stuff, and he sells some special class items and some special weapons. Like I was able to find, he had an exotic weapon for sale yesterday, and I couldn't buy it, but because it was ridiculously expensive. But he appears on the weekends, I believe, and it seems to me like only a certain time. So I'll check back here later and see if he's here. Then I can make a little video on that. But let's pop out. I want to show you real quick the map. That pretty much covers the tower. I'm not going to go in depth on it. You'll be able to see it really easy once you actually start playing. Yeah, Snap. Let me give me just a minute to finish this up, and then we'll join. But so let me pop on over to the map to show you some unlocks that that go with that. Let me hop into orbit here. I'm gonna need to come back here to get my. Let's see, how do I turn this off? So let's see. Once when you get to orbit, if Destiny will ever load. Alright, I'm gonna set my destination here. So as you can see, this map's getting kind of full. I've about got this map complete, I believe. To obviously you start on Earth. Here's your tower. Here's the moon. Over here, you're gonna find once when you reach level 18 or 20, you're gonna start unlocking the good stuff. Like, see, if I go to Earth for an example, here's all your missions. Each world has a free roam area where you can just run around and do little missions. Those are going to be great for going around and doing faction missions and things like that to gain reputation towards your faction. And each level is going to contain a strike. There's a level 8 Earth strike. Now, once you get to level 18, you're going to unlock this Vanguard here, and this is the strike playlist. So you hit that, and this is going to unlock all these difficult strikes. Now, I did one of these yesterday here, and this is set to normal. And these are random. This will throw you into any random strike. It's not like this is going to be Earth, Moon, Venus, Mars, or anything like that. They're random. After I did this one, and it threw me into a Venus strike, and I haven't even done the Venus strike yet. So, and it says normal, and it was a level 18 strike, but it was pretty difficult. Me and 3 other guys, and we were level 20 and past, and it still took its toll on us. So I can't imagine what these must be pretty hard, and then the raids are supposed to be even harder. Now that's the one other thing that's not populated in the map, other than Mars here. I believe the raid is going to be somewhere. I don't know where they're going to put it, but it'll be somewhere, I'm sure. It might actually be right here, or here. So see, we have these. Sometimes it seems like Bungie's going to be putting out these. See, like right here, we have a Dead Orbit Crucible specific match, so I'm probably going to do some of that, some control for Dead Orbit, where you may gain, see, it looks like you'll get Crucible gears, Crucible reputation, Crucible marks, and XP bonus. So it seems like you're going to get extra reputation bonus if you go over here. Now here's your regular Crucible with all your matches, and same thing here. It seems like, so we've got some Dead Orbit as well for salvage. Here we've got a daily heroic story. It seems like they'll just throw you into a specific story. Okay, so that's a Venus level. Looks like, and then these add specific caveats to the mission, kind of like in Halo with the skulls. So as you see right there, it says heroic and juggler, and those are going to be your mission modifiers. So these are going to be kind of your levels that they put on legendary with the skulls on, so they're going to be extra hard. Also the same thing with the strikes. They do a weekly strike. And with the same, like heroic and arc burn. I don't really know what those. I don't know what arc burn is or what special modifier that is. But oh, and you'll see in the rewards right there the strange coins. The strange coins. That's what you're going to use when that merchant shows up. That Resident Evil 4 merchant. That's what he accepts as currency. I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, last thing, here's some material. So here you can see I have one strange coin. The mote of light, that's what the speaker is going to take. I didn't show you him in the tower, but he's got some special class items, some cloaks and things like that. I don't think he has any weapons, but this is the currency he takes. And I think most of his stuff was like 25 or so orbs of light, something like that. So you need, as you can see, I've got 2, and that was from playing a good bit yesterday. All these other materials here, I believe, can be sold once when you get enough of them to the Vanguard. Not the Vanguard, I'm sorry, the Crucible guys that were downstairs. I think they can be sold to him, or you can use them, I think, for later when you get the really, really cool guns, the exotic guns and things like that, and weapons. I believe these can be used to upgrade those weapons. So I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if it's, you may want to hold on to these and try not to sell them so that when you get to that point and you get some really, really cool gear, you're able to upgrade them easy and you don't have to go out and into the open world and hunt for these materials, because that would be kind of lame if you've got this sweet gun and you got to go hunt for this stuff. So I think that pretty much covers it. These are consumables. Here's your bounties, and here's your character. So I think that pretty much covers it. Hope you guys got some questions answered and things like that. Hopefully I covered as much things that I had trouble understanding, and those got across. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on Destiny.